To start with some bad news. As a leader, you will frequently spend your time on managerial issues, procedures, ceremonial events, and, most importantly, interacting with different kinds of parties inside and outside the organization. Thus, very little time is left to maintain and increase your former specialized knowledge. As a consequence, your knowledge will become outdated and soon lag behind that of your subordinates. Moreover, you will meet subordinates from other specializations who have knowledge that you never had. So in this context, how can you as a leader make good decisions? We call this problem information asymmetry. While you, the leader, have the formal authority to decide, your subordinates often know more about the topic than you do. Thus, there is no symmetry between the information acquired by the leader and the subordinates.
If the knowledge and skills of these subordinates are unique and hard to replace, we speak of professionals. Let's consider professionals in more detail. Their main asset is their knowledge, which is relatively scarce and difficult to acquire. Consider the profiles of doctors and academics, for example. They're very specific, and it takes many years of education to meet the requirements to fulfill such a profile. This provides professionals with a relatively autonomous position. Classic examples are specialized surgeons in hospitals and soccer players. Their loyalty to organizations might be ambiguous for at least two reasons. First, their unique assets make them recognizable and attractive on the market. They can find a job elsewhere if they want to. Second, because they are often educated outside the organization, their norms are not automatically aligned with those of the organization they work for. They have their own professional norms. Things have to be done the right way, with the right technique and the right pace, as learned at college or by decades of experience anywhere. As a consequence, professionals feel that they have to account to their mentors at college and to their peers, who they interact with outside of their employer's organization. Their knowledge and skills are not just the result of explicit education, but also of personal experience over the years. As a consequence, it becomes hard for them to pinpoint exactly how they work. In other words, their knowledge is implicit. We call this implicit knowledge tacit knowledge. Ask a soccer player how he or she made that beautiful goal, and you'll likely be disappointed by the answer. So the professional's knowledge and skills, but their implicit nature makes them hard to account for, and this makes it difficult to manage professionals. You were probably hired as a professional before you were asked to become a leader. You may find out that leaders and professionals differ on crucial aspects. As discussed, the greatest asset of leaders is their formal authority. While the loyalty of professionals to the organization might be ambiguous, the leader's loyalty is no subject to doubt. It might even become almost existential. He will feel responsible for the continuity of the organization. Sometimes he may even feel he is the organization. For this continuity, leaders have to rely on the professionals. They will have to respect the professional's knowledge, skills, and norms. The professionals are hired because they are the most capable for their job in a specialized field. However, leaders often have to respect managerial norms as well, such as efficiency and control. These norms may originate from the demands of clients, higher managements, or regulators, who expect leaders to meet these promises as written in missions and strategies. It is the leader's job to account for these promises towards clients, higher management, or regulators. They're vital for the continuity of the organization. Leaders will have to show them as specific and authoritative as possible that the organization is healthy. They usually express this in explicit data like sales, profit and loss accounts, and strategic plans. This reporting is explicit. As for these reports, they need explicit data from professionals.
Leaders might often feel tempted to use their main asset of formal authority. This we call using command and control. However, command and control is risky here for at least two reasons. First, leaders have the formal authority to command and control professionals, but lack the substantial technical knowledge to do so. In other words, without the cooperation of professionals, the decision will probably be below par. Second, professionals may have a tendency to leave the organization if they feel their leader is controlling them too much. After all, other organizations will be happy to have their unique knowledge and skills.